stop just for a moment. Take a breath and ask yourself, why are you here? Are you here to just learn English? Or are you here to change something deeper? Maybe no one knows this, but you're tired. Tired of feeling stuck. Tired of saying the same sentence again and again. Tired of being silent when you want to speak. I know that pain because I lived it. My name is John, and what I'm about to share with you is not just a method, not just a lesson, it's my truth. This mindset, what I will teach you, saved my life. And I believe it can save yours too. Not in a magical way, not in a perfect way, but in a real way, a human way. So before I welcome you, I want to give you a challenge. For the next few minutes, forget your doubts, forget your age, forget your past. And listen like your future depends on it, because it does. You see, learning English is not just about grammar, it's about confidence. It's about believing you can grow, and the way you think will decide everything. That's what this video is about. This is not just English practice, this is a turning point. You are watching English Starline, where we don't just help you speak English, we help you become unstoppable. So if you've ever said, I'm not good enough, I'll never speak well, or I can't change, I made this for you. Stay with me, this is the beginning. Part 1. I was afraid to speak, and I believed I couldn't change. I used to sit in silence, in meetings, in classrooms, even in simple conversations. I was the person who smiled, nodded, and stayed quiet. Not because I had nothing to say, but because I was afraid to say it in English. I remember one day at work someone asked me, "Hey, John, what do you think?" My heart jumped. My mind froze. I wanted to speak. I really did. But nothing came out. Just fear, just panic, just silence. And then I smiled awkwardly and said, "Sorry, my English is not good." That sentence became my shield, my excuse, my prison. I believed something that many people believe I believed. I couldn't change. I believed I was too old, too slow, too shy. I believed that English was for other people, not for someone like me. I thought, I'm not smart enough. I'm not confident enough. I'll never sound natural. And every time I tried, every time I made a mistake, that belief grew stronger. I would say one wrong word, and I would feel like a failure. One mistake, and I would stop speaking for days. I said things like, I can't do this. I'll never improve. This is just who I am. That was my mindset, a fixed mindset. Maybe you've said the same things. Maybe you feel the same fear. Maybe you avoid speaking English because you think people will laugh. Because you think one mistake means you're not good enough. If that's you, I want you to know this. You're not alone. I was exactly where you are. I know what it's like to sit with people and feel like you're invisible. I know what it's like to open your mouth and feel like every word is wrong. I know what it's like to be afraid to speak, afraid to try, afraid to fail. Let me tell you something important. Fear of speaking is not weakness. It's not failure. It's not your identity. It's a signal. It's your brain saying this matters to me. But when you have a fixed mindset, you don't hear that message. You hear a different voice. You hear you can't, you won't, you're not enough. That voice is a liar, and that voice almost controlled my life. I remember looking in the mirror and saying, John, you will never speak English well, just accept it. That one sentence almost ended my dream. Because when you repeat lies, they become your truth. I want you to think about what you tell yourself every day. Do you say I'm not ready? Do you say I'm too scared? Do you say this is impossible? That's your mindset speaking. That's the voice of fear. Let's change the words. Let's change the pattern. Repeat after me. I can grow. I can learn. I can speak. I can change. Say it again. I can grow. I can learn. I can speak. I can change. These are not just English sentences. These are life sentences. This is how your new journey begins. When I believed I couldn't change, I stayed stuck. But the moment I questioned that belief, the moment I said, "What if I can?" everything started to shift. If you're afraid of speaking, that's okay. But don't let fear become your identity. Fear is not the end. It's the beginning. And in the next part, I'll show you what happened the day I hit rock bottom, the day everything changed. The day I stopped listening to fear. Keep listening. This is just getting started. Part 2. The breaking point. When I hit rock bottom. There was a moment in my life I'll never forget. It wasn't dramatic. No loud voices, no crowd, no spotlight. Just me, a quiet room, and the sound of my own failure. I had signed up for an English conversation group. It was free online. Just a few people talking about simple topics. I told myself, "John, this is your chance. You've been practicing. You're ready." I was nervous, but I joined the call. At first, I listened. People introduced themselves. They were smiling, laughing, speaking so easily. I waited for my turn. I wrote down my answers. I practiced in my head. And then the host said, "John, it's your turn. Please introduce yourself." My heart pounded. My mouth went dry. I said, "Hello, my name is John. From," and then I stopped. I forgot the word. I forgot everything. My hands were shaking. My voice was weak. I said, "Sorry, I can't. My English is bad." The host smiled kindly and moved on. But in my mind, I felt like the whole world was laughing at me. After the call, I closed my laptop and just sat there. I didn't move. I didn't speak. I just felt empty. I thought, why do I even try? I'm a grown man and I can't even say one simple sentence. Maybe English is not for me. Maybe I'm just not good enough. That was the lowest point in my journey. That was the day I hit rock bottom. I didn't eat that night. I didn't answer messages. I turned off my phone. I just stared at the wall and listened to that voice in my head. The one that said, "Give up, quit. You'll never change." And for a while I believed it. I really did. But then something happened. It was quiet, soft, just a thought, just a whisper. It said, "What if you're wrong?" I ignored it, but it came again. What if you're not stuck? What if you're not broken? What if this failure is not the end but the beginning? I sat up. My eyes were tired, my chest was heavy, but that one thought was like a light in the darkness. What if I can learn? I didn't have the answer, I didn't have a plan, but I had a question. A new question, and sometimes that's all it takes to begin again. I opened my notebook. I wrote one sentence: "I will speak English, even if it's slow, even if it's wrong, even if I'm scared." That sentence became my promise, my contract, my turning point. You see, failure didn't destroy me. My fear didn't win. Because that night I stopped asking, "What if I fail?" and started asking, "What if I grow?" That was the moment my journey truly began. And in the next part, I'll tell you what I learned that changed everything. Not a magic trick, not a secret formula, just one idea that gave me my life back. The growth mindset, and how it helped me speak again, think again, live again. Keep listening. This is the truth I wish someone told me sooner. Part 3. What is a growth mindset and why it changed me? After that night, I started searching. I didn't look for the best English course. I didn't search for perfect grammar. I searched for answers. Why was I so scared? Why did I give up so easily? Why did one small mistake feel like the end of the world? That's when I found something powerful. A simple idea with a big-name growth mindset. At first, it sounded like just another motivational word. But then I read what it really means. And I felt like someone had finally explained my life. A growth mindset means this: you believe you can improve. You believe your abilities are not fixed. You believe your mistakes are not proof of failure, they are proof of effort. That changed everything for me. Before this, I had a fixed mindset. I believed that my English level was permanent. I believed I was either good at speaking or not. I believed that failing meant I was not capable, so I avoided trying. I avoided speaking. I avoided learning. But with a growth mindset, the story is different. You say I'm not fluent yet, but I can be. You say this is hard, but I'm learning. You say I made a mistake, but that's how I grow. Let me give you a simple example. Before, if I said one wrong word, I would stop talking. I would feel ashamed. I would say to myself, see, you can't do it. But after learning about the growth mindset, I started saying, that's one mistake. That's one step forward. Next time I'll do better. I didn't wait for perfect English anymore. I just started speaking slowly, nervously, but I spoke. And every time I spoke, I got a little stronger. Science supports this idea. A psychologist named Dr. Carol Dweck studied students who had a growth mindset. She found that these students didn't give up when things got hard. They kept trying. They improved more than students who believed their intelligence was fixed. Why? Because they saw effort as part of success, not a sign of weakness. They believed that learning is a process, not a result. And the same is true for you. Your brain is not a rock. It's a muscle. It grows when you use it. It learns when you struggle. That's called neuroplasticity, and it means you are never stuck. You are never too late. You are never too old. The moment I understood this, I stopped waiting for confidence. I stopped waiting for perfect grammar. I stopped waiting for someone to save me. I took control. I said, I will learn. I will grow. I will speak, even if I'm afraid. I want you to say that too. Repeat after me, I will learn. I will grow. I will speak, even if I'm afraid. Again, I will learn. I will grow. I will speak, even if I'm afraid. Say it until you believe it. Say it until it becomes your new voice, because that voice will carry you through the hardest days. The truth is, the most important thing you need is not more vocabulary. It's not a better accent. It's not a perfect textbook. The most important thing you need is a mindset that says, I can improve. When I started thinking that way, I stopped hiding. I started practicing. I started learning with joy, not fear. So ask yourself right now, what mindset do you have? Do you believe you can grow, or do you believe you are stuck? If you want to speak English fluently, you must first speak to yourself kindly. Speak to yourself with belief. That is where fluency begins. And in the next part, I'll show you how fear became my teacher, not my enemy, and how I used it to become stronger, more confident, and finally free. Part 4. Fear doesn't mean stop, it means start. For most of my life, I thought fear was a warning sign, a red light, a stop signal. Every time I felt nervous before speaking English, I thought it meant I should stay quiet. Every time my hands shook, I thought it meant I wasn't ready. Every time my voice cracked, I thought I had failed, but I was wrong. Fear is not the enemy. Fear is a message. It's your brain saying this matters to you. And when something matters, it will always feel scary in the beginning. Let me ask you this. When a baby learns to walk, does the baby fall? Yes. Does the baby cry? Sometimes, but does the baby stop trying? No. Why? Because the baby doesn't think falling means failure. The baby thinks falling is part of the process. That's what I had to learn about speaking English. My fear wasn't a sign that I was weak. It was a sign that I cared. It was a sign that I was growing. But I needed to stop running from fear and start walking through it. So I made a new rule for myself. Every time I felt fear, I would take one step forward, not 10 steps, not a perfect speech, just one step. One sentence, one question, one word. I remember going to a coffee shop and telling myself, Today I will speak. My hands were sweating. My heart was fast. But when the cashier said, "Can I help you?" I replied, "Yes, I would like a coffee, please." That was it. One sentence. But that sentence gave me power. That sentence told my brain, "See, you didn't die. You can do this." I started doing this every day. One sentence in the elevator, one sentence at the store, one sentence in an online class. Fear was still there, but I stopped letting it control me. I also started repeating new beliefs every day. I said to myself, "It's okay to be slow. It's okay to be scared. Just don't stop." I said it again and again. And soon that voice became louder than my fear. I want you to say it now. Repeat after me. It's okay to be slow. It's okay to be scared. Just don't stop. Say it again. It's okay to be slow. It's okay to be scared. Just don't stop. Because every time you face fear, you grow. Every time you speak, even with mistakes, you become stronger. And one day fear will still be there, but it won't stop you anymore. You'll speak with a shaking voice. You'll make grammar mistakes. You'll forget words, and still you'll keep going. That's how growth works. That's how freedom begins. So don't wait for the fear to disappear. Don't wait to feel ready. Just start. Start where you are. Start with what you have. Start afraid, but start. In the next part, I'll show you exactly what I did step by step to build real confidence and change the way I think, speak, and live. If I can do it, so can you. Keep listening, we're not done yet. Part 5. How I changed my mindset. Step by step. Now I want to show you exactly what I did to change my mindset. Not a secret formula. Not a magic trick. Just real simple steps that anyone can follow. If I did it, you can do it too. Step 1. I stopped hiding. I made a decision. No more waiting. No more excuses, I told myself. John, from today, you are not going to be perfect. You are going to be present. That one decision changed my focus. I stopped chasing perfect grammar. I started chasing progress. Step 2. I used the mirror. Every morning, I stood in front of my mirror and spoke in English. At first, just one sentence. Hello. My name is John. Then 2 sentences. Today is a good day. I will practice English. My voice sounded strange. My face looked unsure, but I kept going. 10 times, 20 times, I said the same words every day. Slowly, my voice became stronger. My words came faster. My fear got smaller. Step 3. I created my survival sentences. These were 50 simple sentences I needed in real life. Can you repeat that, please? I don't understand. I am learning English. I need a coffee, please. Every day I read these sentences out loud, 10 times each. I didn't just read them. I lived them. I imagined real conversations. I made these sentences part of my thinking. Step 4. I used what I call the question-answer method. Every day I asked myself easy questions in English. What did you do today? I answered, I studied English. Then I added more. I studied English in the morning. Then more, I studied English in the morning for 30 minutes. It was difficult, but I enjoyed it. This exercise trained my brain to think in English. I didn't translate, I just spoke. Step 5. I practiced with emotion. I didn't just say words. I copied how native speakers spoke. I took short clips from movies and YouTube. I paused after each sentence and repeated it exactly same tone, same speed, same feeling. I'm going to the store, I said it like them. I'm going to the store. Again, I'm going to the store. This is called the echo technique. It helped me sound more natural, more confident, more alive. Step 6. I spoke to myself all the time. In the shower, I said, I'm washing my hair. The water is hot. It feels nice. While cooking, I said, I'm making rice. I like cooking. It's relaxing. I turned my whole day into English practice. No one heard me. No one judged me, but every day my brain got stronger. And step 7, I changed the way I talk to myself. Before I used to say I can't speak, I'm not good, I'll never be fluent. But now I said, I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm getting better. I repeated these every day like training my mind. Repeat after me. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm getting better. Say it again, I'm learning. I'm growing, I'm getting better. These steps are not special, but they are powerful. Why? Because they are consistent. I didn't do them once. I did them every single day. And every day I became a little more confident, a little more fluent, a little more free. If you feel stuck right now, I understand, but you don't need more talent. You don't need a perfect course. You need to start. Start small. Start today. Start with your voice, your mirror, your sentences, your mindset. In the final part, I will speak directly to your heart. I'll tell you why this journey matters so much, not just for your English, but for your life. Don't miss it, we're almost there. Conclusion. You can do this too, but you must decide. Let me speak to you from the heart. If you've ever felt like giving up, I understand. If you've ever felt like you're not smart enough, not fast enough, not good enough to speak English, I've been there. If you've looked in the mirror and thought, maybe this is just who I am, I want you to know something. That voice is not the truth. The truth is this. You are not stuck. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are becoming. And that's the power of the growth mindset. It saved me from silence. It saved me from fear. It gave me my voice, and it can do the same for you. But here's the part that no one can do for you. You must decide. You must decide that your dream is worth the effort, that your future is worth the struggle, that your voice is worth being heard. Not next year, not next month, today. So repeat after me, I believe in my growth, I believe in my voice, I believe in myself. Again, I believe in my growth, I believe in my voice, I believe in myself. Every time you say these words, you plant a seed. And if you keep watering it every day with small actions, it will grow. It will change you. Don't wait for perfect. Don't wait for permission. Just begin. Thank you for joining me on this journey. You are part of something special now. This is not the end. It's your new beginning. You've been watching English Starline, where we don't just help you improve your English, we help you grow into your best self. Keep learning, keep speaking, keep growing. The best is yet to come.
Thanks for watching English Starline. Subscribe now to keep learning English through the amazing stories of famous lives.